Without wasting your time, we are going to share top 5 best 40 miles per hour electric scooter. The product links are in the description and in first comment. The number 5 on the list is Razor Kick Scooter. Razor Kick Scooter, my daughter is loving this. Took her about 5 minutes to get the hang of how the electric works and the stopping, and she was zooming around. Love that it regulates speed for kids, super easy to use. Does take a while to charge fully, so need to be proactive with plugging it in, but love that this one can be a regular kick scooter if the battery goes out, which is exactly why I picked this one. She can scooter manually with friends or really get to it with the motor. The red color is super sharp. Handlebar adjustment is super helpful. Couldn't be happier, got a great deal on it on Amazon. Son loves it and it was easy to assemble and seems sturdy. He went from a much higher priced one from the same brand and likes this one more. We love the quality of the Razor line, so no, we can't go wrong trying it. His last more expensive one lived a good live and can't fault the company at all, as it had gone through other kids and we bought it used. So far all is good with Razor stuff. Hopefully this has the longevity too. Everyone has one of these now. So I got one too. My 3-year-old figured it out quickly. But the wheels turns 360 really easily, and at higher speeds the wheel makes it not very stable. It's also not as smooth as some others I have seen. I like the fact the handlebar pole adjusts to different heights, that's key with growing kids. It is very light, so no trouble there. Another benefit. With young kids, 3 to 5, downhill around corners, it can be tricky. The wheel sort has no resistance, so it moves easily. You need to hold to the bars with the right amount of pressure and not overextend the turn or you'll flip off. As the front wheel has no resistance, turns very easily. I bought an A2 because it was cheaper and the bearings were better. The value seems like a good deal. Hope that helps you. The good and nice little scooter. I find 16 kph to absolutely be fast enough for the kind of trips I am doing to connect to bus train. Folding and unfolding is quick and easy, and I have not detected a rattle so far. The deck is big enough for me to have both my feet on it at an angle, women's shoe size 8.5. The motor works well and accelerates quickly, but not so quickly that you'd be thrown off the scooter. On slight uphill sections, the scooter struggles a little. You may have to push off 2 or 3 times to help it along a little. The number 4 on the list is Razor Power Core. Razor Power Core. I have an adult scooter which goes 19 miles per hour and this scooter goes 8 miles per hour. This scooter does not have variable speeds, which makes the child go really fast at start instead of gradually speeding up. Also, this scooter's tires are hard and makes the ride bumpy and vibrates. Also, the handlebar moves once a week because of the vibration, which is a hazard. I constantly have to tighten the handlebar. The handlebar barely has enough space to add a bell from Walmart. My child wanted the option for slower speeds and possibly faster speed options and also softer tires to make a smoother ride. From the beginning of using the scooter, it took some time for the child to get used to it because it has only one speed. But after weeks of riding it, my child is very confident in riding it and also takes sharp turns like a pro. Make sure you explain to your child very clearly on how to ride it from the beginning. I had them start on 15 feet of driveway, then had them head towards the grass to gain their confidence. We still give this scooter stars because it's cheaper and a great beginner scooter for children, but the handle bar was the only reason for 1 star. Bought this as a present for my son, who turned 7 this year. He weighs about 70 pounds. He absolutely loves this little scooter. He rides it every chance he gets. We've had it about 3 months now and it still runs perfectly. It has more than enough power for street use and some light off-roading. We haven't actually tested its limits because my son knows to take care of it, so it will last him. As far as the charge goes, I'd say that we usually get about 4 hours of continuous use out of it. Which is outstanding, considering I was only expecting about less than half of that, but we use it mainly on level ground. Everyone has one of these now. So I got one too. My 3-year-old figured it out quickly. But the wheels turns 360 really easily and at higher speeds the wheel makes it not very stable. The number 3 on the list is Segway Ninebit electric kick scooter. Segway Ninebit electric kick scooter. I'm not bitter at all about how Segway treated my defective product, situation and warranty, and just want to relay my story before anyone decides to buy. I bought one of these for my 45-pound son who rode this about 3 to 4 times a week. One day we went to turn it on and it gave us the notorious flashing red and white lights. I am very handy and worked with multiple sources to troubleshoot and reset the device. In the end, nothing worked even after talking to Segway. What did they recommend? They asked me to mail the scooter from Florida to California to have it fixed. Cost and good luck finding a good box for such a situation. Long story short, paying that price is ridiculous, so I asked if I could get the part mailed to me. They said it was the control board. No way. Can I get the part so I can buy it on my own? No way. In the end, I wanted to address the issue, but they weren't willing to help point me in the right direction. What did I learn? In the end, you do not have a warranty. What you have is a company that won't back its products in a flexible way that supports the customer. Cross your fingers when buying. The size of a scooter's foot deck has a huge effect on the comfort of the ride. Longer or wider foot decks provide more room for kids to place their feet as they ride. This becomes more of an issue as kids get older, so you'll need to look for a scooter with a foot deck that will still be big enough a few years from now. The height of the scooter's handlebars in relation to a child's body is another important comfort factor. We've found that the best spot is usually at waist level or within a few inches above or below. While our testers really didn't mind where the handlebars were within that range, an electric scooter with an adjustable height handlebar does help you customize the fit for your child. That way you can adjust the height for maximum comfort as your child grows. In our testing, our kid testers didn't mind a more narrow deck if it was long enough for them to comfortably rest both feet. For example, they loved the Segway Ninebit middle below. While not as wide as the Mongoose top, its additional length offered plenty of foot space. The Razor, which is both narrow and shorter, was not preferred. The number 2 on the list is Gotrax GKS electric scooter. Gotrax GKS electric scooter customer service reached out and offered support. They diagnosed the issue as likely related to the battery and sent a replacement. Unfortunately, the timing was not great as we were out of town a lot and when we were here it was usually raining, so not good for testing out on the wet roads. They were very patient and only checked in every once in a while to see how it was going. We eventually had a good weekend to install the new battery and test it out after a full overnight charge. The new battery pack is working great, top-notch. Support bought one for our youngest daughter this past Christmas to take on camping trips with the RV to ride around the campgrounds. As such, it was only used perhaps once or twice a month since then on average. During the last camping trip our daughter came walking back to the campsite and said it would no longer go. Presuming the battery had died, we charged it for a few hours. Tried again and still nothing, so we let it charge overnight. The next morning it was still dead, so it looks like ours has succumbed to the same fate as others didn't seem to make it a year even, which is unfortunate as it's otherwise a really well-built scooter and our 6-year-old loves it. This is a really good buy for anyone that catches an Amazon Lightning sale. At the unit is extremely well built. Very robust oversized wheels and is assembled in sub 10 minutes. The charger is a power supply with an round tip, positive and negative polarity that plugs into the bottom side. To be honest, this is the weakest part of the scooter. I wish it uses standard USB high amp chafing instead and that the plug-in is not right next to the wheel where it can splash water and dirt. It really should have been away from the wheel, like on the shaft away from the debris. The cable should have also been at least 2 meters long. It's really short, so you most definitely will need an extension cable. The kickstand is cute and functional. Brakes are large stamping areas similar to a normal manual scooter, so the child will understand how to use it quickly. Other scooters uses handlebar brakes, which is less preferred because they are really difficult for little hands to pull on. The number 1 on the list is Segway Ninebit. Segway Ninebit. Come and try a new way of riding kick scooters. Simply kick to start. The the Segway Kids electric scooter E8 will continue to glide without needing to press the throttle. The harder you kick, the faster you accelerate. In order to bring a comfortable riding experience, the E8 is equipped with a 40mm front shock absorption, which can effectively absorb the bumps from sand, grass, and dirt roads. With high elastic solid rubber tires, you can just ride smoothly and have fun. The battery pack adopts a new design and process. It integrates the lithium-ion battery controller and BMS intelligent battery control system into one module. The overall structure is more compact and the body is slimmer. The handle grips are made of TPR material, which are comfortable to hold and offer superior